Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Crafter's Forge, and today I'm gonna try to paint. Let's try it again. I'm gonna try to do the skin on this dude. I've already started to do it before the stream started crapping out. That's probably on my part because my Wi-Fi sucks. But further ado, let me do my intro. Welcome back to the Crafter's Forge. You know who I am, the Forge Master Tom, and let's do some paint. Let's do some painting. Yeah. Alright, let's get over to the money shot here. Here it is. Close up. As close as I'm going to get for, yeah, hopefully this freaking thing sucks. Need to get a better camera. But this is all live, so if anybody wants to tell me how I'm doing, whatnot, give me some pointers on this program. And yeah, so here we go. I'm gonna just slap to it. Slap to it. Talk as like a Mainer. Yes, Bob. We're gonna start doing some painting. So right here, I got my what is this? Ruby skin or Rudy? Yeah, Rudy skin. Sorry. We're just gonna. We already put one coat on his back and his front. I hope everything's. Hope everybody can hear me. Just poke myself in the eye. But yeah, I'm gonna put the second coat on. What I like to do is I like to do real thin coats, just to make sure that I get all the paint where I want it to, without it like filling up any of the crevices or the crevice all, whatever you want to say. But yeah. So if anybody's online right now, how you guys doing? What are you guys working on? I'd love to see in the comments below. Just yeah, let's talk. Let's talk and paint. So right here, it's a little thin. You probably can't see that well because of this camera. I wish there was a way I could focus this thing. Come on, focus. Focus, damn it. Focus. I don't usually use webcams. Usually use my cell phone to make videos because it's quick, it's easy, it's in my pocket. I can do it wherever. And I don't really have to worry about setting up all these cameras and microphones and all that. We're gonna go back to his chest here. Make sure that looks good. I'm gonna move this so I can actually get my paintbrush in to these really tight spots here. Just try not to get it on all that work that I did before. But yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of painting today. I haven't painted for probably a week now. I just had my third kid, and I've been pretty busy on that deal. But yeah. So now I'm trying to relax, trying to show you guys how I paint some miniatures. I'm just gonna plow that paint right in there. See now, if I had some really thick paint, yeah, shit, this camera sucks. But yeah, if I had some like non-thin paint, that would have filled up some crevices right here, some detailing. You don't want to do that. You don't want to cover that stuff up. You want that stuff to stay as it is. So that's part of the miniature. So yeah, I've had this miniature for quite some time now. I didn't know how to put this thing together. That's how long I've had this miniature not painted. I actually used hot glue to put this guy together because it's a pewter miniature and I didn't have any super glue at the time. So I'm just working with it. Why not? I don't want to take this thing apart and put it all back together. It's my mini. Now, if it was somebody else's miniature, I would definitely take the time and effort to get everything right. Just because they're paying me for it. But if anybody's out there that lives in the main state area and you have a whole bunch of miniatures that you want painted and you don't want to do it yourself, hit me up. I'll definitely do it. Definitely for your commission. I do any board game. I specialize in D&D and Pathfinder because I like the fantasy realms and all that. But I'm starting to get into like the more futuristic sci-fi, cyberpunk kind of deal. Like I'm actually sponsored by Omicron Protocol, and that's going to be my next project is getting their stuff to all reviewed and painted up. Their miniatures are really nice. They sent me some nice pewter miniatures, and I was actually impressed by them. I can't wait to put some paint on them. I just gotta wait until there's a nice day to put my primer on it. I use rattle can primer um, on pewter because it sticks better, and then your paint sticks better after that. And I do believe that's what I used on this guy right here. So if anybody's online right now on YouTube, let me know how the stream's going. If it's glitchy or anything, let me know definitely because this is a new program I'm working with, and it's my first time doing live streams. So let me know. And if you like me and what I do, hit that like button and the subscribe button, and hit that little bell, and you'll get notified when I upload new videos. You'll probably hear this over and over again on every one of my videos. But there, we got a nice little. This thing right there is starting to mess me up. So I'm going to take a tool here. Grab my tools, grab some cutters. And yeah, that's right. I put my paintbrush in my mouth because it makes it a sharper point. Can't even see that because the freaking camera sucks. I'm definitely going to upgrade to a better webcam. Cut some of these little wisps off here. Got a whole bunch of wisps from the hot glue gun, and they're messing up my paintbrush. I really don't want to mess this paint job up because I have a Comic-Con coming up May 4th at Bar Harbor, Maine, that is. Alright, well, I cleaned that up best I can. Now I'm gonna go back. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get back to it. See, like right now, I usually listen to an audiobook while I do this, and it's like a meditation for me, pretty much. Use it to relax, get my mind off the day, the kids, my my fiance, just everybody, pretty much. Just life troubles. May the fourth be with you, and may the fourth be with you as well, Jeanette. But yeah, I usually listen to a audiobook, usually H.P. Lovecraft style stuff, anything like that. Really just out there, makes you think. Um, the wording that they use, it makes you think like, wow, shit, am I really that dumb? I'm gonna have to look that word up. Jeanette, how's the stream going? Is it real glitchy? I know there's gonna be probably 10-second delay on your end. Man, I wish this camera was a lot better though. But yeah, I'm gonna upload a video on how I did the fire effects on his blade, and probably some other videos on how I did some edge highlighting and um, pin washes. I'm gonna probably hopefully get to that point on this, but we'll see. We will see. If anybody out there, oh, doing good, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Jeanette. I appreciate it. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. So I have a question for all the miniature painters out there. I've heard from another miniature painter that we're doing a podcast that like paint miniatures as a hobby, just like painting pictures and whatnot. But when you go to an art museum or anything like that, you know, you pretty much go and look at pictures, and you're like, wow, that's an amazing picture right there. Wow, that's really cool. I'm inspired. But then when you go into a place where there's a whole bunch of miniatures on the table, you're just like, oh, there's a whole bunch of toys on that table. You know what I mean? Like that's not art. But really, I think it's even harder than painting a picture because everything's so tiny, and you're doing the same kind of like painting methods pretty much, and skills and all that stuff in painting miniatures, but in a smaller scale. So I think it's another art form, I guess. But my question is, what do you guys think? Should paint miniatures be an actual like something in a museum to be like displayed and like actually shown to people that this is an art? It's not just a hobby. But let me know in the comments below. Seriously, like it made me like think about it. Personally, I think it's an art form. It's another style of art. So now let's get back to the action shot here, so you can actually see what's going down. Man, I hope that microphone was still on. Okay, bouncing back and forth. Is my stream still going okay? I know Jeanette, you're online. Is it still doing all right? Is it real glitchy? I'd like to know. if you guys have like any questions, put them in the chat. I'll love to answer them the best I can. Definitely. But yeah, this is my first time using this program. Well, second time really. Last time that I tried it was last night with my fiance, and we tried playing Doom, but it just kept on crashing. I think it was because we were using the Wi-Fi for my network, so it just took a lot of stuff, and I didn't put the Ethernet cord into my computer. So you learn, huh? Win some, you lose some. It's all a learning thing. And that's why we're here. That's why YouTube's up. You know, everybody goes to YouTube nowadays to learn something, which I think is cool. It's better than going spending thousands and thousands of dollars on schooling, and you don't know. You don't know if you're going to actually go into that profession afterwards or not. Or if you just want to do it yourself. If you're like me, if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you don't and you're stubborn and you don't want to ask how you do something, look it up on YouTube or Google it or anything that helps me out. So here we go. My paint's drying up because I'm talking. I'm not doing any painting here, which is fine. I don't care. Let's get a little bit more flow improver in that. Let's loosen that up a little bit. Okay. One dab will do ya. One dab will do ya. Oh man. There we go. Thin that paint right back out. I don't know if you can see it, but it was starting to get dry. But now she's going pretty good. So what does everybody think about Game of Thrones Season 8? Let me know in the comments. Or in chat, or if you like coming to the stream, leave it in the comments. I'll definitely answer it. Alright. Guys, I almost messed up and got this ruddy skin tone on my green. I would have been a little bummed out, but I would have worked with it. Like Bob Ross would say, there's no mistakes, just happy accidents, or something like that. Let me give a shout out to Bob Ross, the happy tree painter. Rest in peace. This guy got a lot of people actually. I think that. Yeah, I think season 8 Game of Thrones stuff's gonna go down. Shit is definitely gonna go down. Now, what do you think when Jamie saw Bran? Seriously, like I didn't expect that. Sorry if anybody that hasn't seen season 8 yet, but spoiler alert. But yeah, see an old friend. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. Then when Jamie went to that, I was just blown away. I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. You know, yeah. You push somebody out the window 10 years ago, you see him, again. What's your face gonna look like? Look like Jamie shit himself. Like, oh fuck. And he's, yeah. That shit was crazy. But awesome though. Definitely awesome. Maybe I can fix this. Hold on. Nope. I thought I was gonna fix stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I messed it up. I don't know. But alright, back to work. Back to work. So there it is. It's not black anymore. What I like to do is like when I get done airbrushing, doing all my airbrush work, if I'm gonna do some brush work or something, or if I'm gonna go to a different color, uh, say like from I did the green first right here, and then I did the purple. So I did the green. I got some overspray on the purple, so I blacked it out. And then I did my purple, and then yeah, the skin obviously you saw it. It's all blacked out. Then I put some brown on it. Get my skin tone going. Yeah, that was ridiculous. But yeah, I usually take my time on painting these miniatures. Before I used to just paint them and just get them on the shelf or get them on the table as fast as possible. But now, as you see behind me right here, these looks like I'm holding them up right here. Those right there, those are all board games that are the others, the expansion packs, the Seven Sins. And then over here on this one, top shelf is sponsorships and who I sponsor or support. Then down here I got all my D&D and work in progress ones right here. And then down below, you can't see me, but I have a couple of buildings back here, right here, and yeah. So I got about how many? 81 miniatures to paint and three buildings to paint. I'll, I'll show you like a building. Yeah, I'll go to. But yeah, here's a building I'm working on right now. It's just something. It's the Pegasus Hobbies freaking Gothic buildings. Damn, why can't I hold it straight? But yeah, that's that. This camera really sucks, so you can't see it. Maybe that light's fucking it all up. But I did the top. Oops. But yeah, usually it's just this right here. But I made the top so I can make a second layer or a roof. I made that out of foam core. I'll eventually pop a video up on YouTube once I get everything else done. I'll get that all popped out. Alright, so I'm going to take this moment to do a little promotion here. Hold on a second here. Pull this out. First and foremost, I'm sponsored by Omicron Protocol, a cyberpunk, sci-fi, futuristic board game that's coming out on Kickstarter. I'm part of their team. This is what they look like. Omicron Protocol. And give another shout out to another person that sent me some stuff to do some reviews, and that's Kraken Ships. Yes, that's right, Kraken Ships, like the Kraken, like release the Kraken, you know, from Clash of the Titans. Um, but yeah, there's their logo. They sent me some miniatures. I love their saying here. It's so cool. Right here on the box. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right here on the bottom it says minifigures, big adventures. Perfect. But yeah. So I just wanted to give them guys a shout out. They're the ones that are sponsoring me. Well, I mean, I'm not getting paid. I'm just doing this as a review for them to help them and to show everybody else out there that these miniatures are cool. Like, I'll definitely show some miniatures off. Grab some of these. Oh no, I just broke the arm off that. That was a mess up. But I'll give you some ideas of what these miniatures are. Let's get a D&D figure here, so put them to scale. Alright, so let's get to the action shot here. Alright, so this is a D&D mini right here, obviously. Obviously, you already know that. But these white minis right here are the Kraken ships. They're kind of cool. I like them. They're a little bit smaller than the 28 millimeters. I think it is. I'm not sure. I think it's 28 millimeters is the standard D&D Pathfinder 40K miniatures. I think. I'm not sure. I should have done my research on that. But here's just a little scale right here. Here's the D&D. Here's one of their warriors here. Oh, can't really see all too well here. Boom. But yeah, it's a little smaller, but I mean, it could be like a teenager or something. You never know. I'm definitely going to use it in my games. They're on 1-inch bases, which is cool. The same thing as a D&D Pathfinder figure, which is great. So there's a little promo on the Kraken ships. And then Omicron Protocol. Put their board down here so you can actually see it a little bit better. This is what their miniature looks like. And this is a lot bigger than the D&D miniatures. Like, look at that for scaling. That's pretty it's pretty good. Can't really see it all too well. This camera sucks. Need to invest in a better webcam. But yeah, so I can't wait to start painting these up, put a review out for these. But what I see, I like. And they sent me this nice pewter miniature. I like the detail into it it's really good. Like, I don't see too thick of the flash or the mold lines, whatever you want to call it. Like, old school kids call it flash, which is where they put the molds together, and you get that little seam down the middle that pops out. You see it in a lot of plastic minis, like this guy right here. Actually, looks pretty good actually. But yeah, that's that. So there's my promo for Omicron Protocol and Kraken ships. Go check them out. Kickstarters on Facebook. I think they have a YouTube channel. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they do. But yeah, go check them out. Support them on their Kickstarters. Help them put their game out. And yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love to see a cool cyberpunk-esque board game, like skirmish board game out there. and they're doing it, so I like that. It's all right. So let's get back to it. All right. I just let that paint dry up a little bit. This camera really sucks. I really don't like it. I really don't like it. Like, if anybody out there is gonna get a Logitech freaking webcam, don't get the C310. Go out and get the 900 or something like that, whatever it is. The Logitech 900, I think. But yeah, all right. So here we go. We got done with our Rudy skin. Now we're gonna go and try to size up. We're gonna go use this Flump pink, which is Barbarian Flesh. I'm gonna put a little bit on him. Always shake your paints up. Never shake your paints down, like with the cap down, like that. A lot of people do that, and they don't know that they're actually loading up their cap until you take it off and paint spills out. So just set it like this right here on the side and kind of shake it just like that. Probably can't see, but I'm shaking it just like this right here. And just shake it. Shake the hell out of it. Shake well. Alright, let's get back to it. Stop joking around now. Get some work done. What the hell am I doing? Alright. Oh. A touch of flow improver. You're going to drop this down to the side here. Here, I'll move it over so you can actually see. I just stuck my finger in there. A little bit of flow improver. Put it off right here. Now we're going to thin this right out. So it looks like that right there. Here, I'll even show you on my skin. Like, look at that. Can't even see it. Can't even see it. But alright. How's everything going? If anybody's in the chat, let me know. Or watching, let me know. Alright, so now we're going to go, and we're just going to start doing our highlights. We don't want to cover up our work that we just did. I'm trying to keep a shadow underneath his armor and all that stuff. I wish this camera would just focus perfectly. Is it one of those cameras that I have to... Oh well, screw it. Something like that, whatever. But yeah, he pretty much... Oh no, don't tell me I just did that. Pretty much what I'm doing here is just I'm highlighting where I think the light would hit his chest right here. Trying to keep a shadow underneath his armor so it gives it that 3D effect of a shadow. Yeah, let's go back up so we're not so crazy tight in there. And it's just going to be like a subtle transition pretty much from this Rudy pink to the Flump pink, whatever the hell it is. And as you can see, I'm just lately going down a little bit. And I'm hoping that I should be recording this with my other phone. We're going to get his arm. Same thing, I'm just going to hit right here. I think that's part of his armor. Oh well, it's going to be part of his arm now. Just hitting it, just in some spots here where I think it would look cool. Oh yeah, thank you for the fire. Thank you for liking the firework on my the blade. believe it or not, I have 4 colors on there. Just looks like 3, but there's 4. I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't lie about it. So here I'm keeping that shadow underneath his helm, creating that look that. Oops, I almost done messed up there. Yep, you guys saw me do that too. See, even people that paint miniatures for a long time still make mistakes. That's how you learn, right? So real thin, pushing it right in there. Right in there. Making sure that every little crevice and all that is still that rooty pink. Just lightly tapping it in there, kind of manipulating it. Man, I wish this camera would actually focus because it's actually starting to look really cool. Starting to look really cool. So here we're gonna move my head a lot. Sometimes these lights are a little intense. Here we're just tapping it along, trying to create some more contrast to this mini. I almost did it again. Put it in that rooty pink there. Alright, so now we're going to go to his muscles here on his forearm. I'm going to just lightly tap that up. Oh. Just doing some highlighting. Boom, this guy's fucking looking beefy. I might not have to do all these different colors. I think these two actually like work really well together. It's not like an instant transition, it's just a subtle transition between the two. Now if I put like straight paint on it, oh yeah, it'd be nasty as hell. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna get back to it here. Just gonna hit this forearm just a little bit more. I used to be a carpenter. Well, I used to do carpentry work. I'm not a carpenter. But, what, I remember one of my bosses telling me that if I couldn't do it, I wasn't holding my tongue right. And I was just like, what? You know, I was just out of high school, 19 years old. Well, a year out of high school, but 19 years old, and just like, huh? What? I don't understand what you're saying. But now, like, I understand, like, through the years of working, like, I caught myself, like, making all kinds of weird faces, and it actually helped a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it actually helped with my work. So it was kind of funny. I just did that a second ago while I was painting this dude, and it brought it up. But alright, now I'm gonna hit his bicep here. Just a little bit. Still keeping that shadow underneath his armor, because I want that nice transition. And a lot of people have been painting the whole 40K miniatures or 30K, whatever. And they do like a high contrast, like Borderlands style artwork. which is like a lot of edge highlighting, a lot of extra like notches in it, little different paint style strokes to it, and it adds effects to it. But I'm just not at that point. These people are really talented that do that stuff. Like I did some edge highlighting on this guy right here, on his uh, sword and his skirt. I'm gonna call it a skirt, but and his skirt. And dude, like, hey, make this miniature pop out a little bit. I'll take pictures and post it up eventually. But yeah. So now I'm just gonna keep hitting it. Hit his hand where the light would hit. Just keeping that little bit, kind of blending it in, wet blending it. Now a lot of people that I'm back. Sorry, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Almost had an accident. But back to it. Let's do this. I'll show you. Hold on. So yeah, guys. If you guys like my personality, anything like that, or just want to give me some pointers or anything, comment on the chat or leave a comment down below. If you like my channel, like what I do, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You get notified when I upload new videos. Alright, so enough of that promoting myself there. Let's get back to doing some art. Alright, so we did that. Flumph pink. Hit it all over. You can just barely see it on this. Two Schmucks, welcome aboard. That pair just wanted to see how it was going. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, number two. Yeah. It was a rough one. But yeah, Two Schmucks. Oh yeah. Sorry guys, go back to another advertisement. If you guys like video games, shoot 'em ups, anything like that, PlayStation 4, go hang out with the Two Schmucks. These guys are pretty hilarious, I can tell you that. The personal, my buddies, I grew up with them. Some funny dudes, I can tell you that. Yeah. Eventually, I'll be doing some video games and all that. So, if you guys like seeing all kinds of like shmups, as they call them, shoot 'em ups, go check them out. If you like them, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and you'll get notified when they upload. And man, they upload pretty much like twice a day or something like that. And they're funny too. Very entertaining guys. Alright, let's get back to doing some work. You Two Schmucks out there, hopefully you guys like that. Hopefully I didn't mumble too much. Oh, Schmuck1, Jameson, I figured out what the problem was. I can't play Doom and stream at the same time. But how am I doing now, guys? Let me know. Alright, so now we're done with that. Let's get into another lighter one. Usually I'd use like 3 colors for a miniature. Oh yeah, thanks for the shout out, Forge Master. Forge Master Tom, that's right. You're damn right, boy. I probably shouldn't wake up my kids. Alright, so we just got done using Rudy Skin, some Fluff Pink, and now I gotta try to find another highlight, or a mid-tone, I should say. So anybody out there, help me out. I got a pretty nice mini there. Yeah, nice, thanks buddy. Alright, I got some Goblin Skin. That's this one. I'll set right here. I got some Utjug, whatever the hell that is. Utjug Brown, right here. I'm going to set over on this side. And then I got some Fair Skin, which is Corpse Pale. I'm going to set that right here. Which one should I use next? I want some outside point of views here. Which one? Top right, top left, or bottom? I'll wait a couple minutes. Any help? No? I think I'm gonna go with the top left personally because it's a little darker than the. Obviously, this is the whitest. This is gonna be my highlights. This is definitely gonna be my highlights. Excuse me. So we got brown. That's what I'm gonna call it. And goblin skin. Let's see, maybe this will help. Maybe if I move this out of the way here. Maybe it's if this light's not so intense. Maybe shut this one off. Jeez, that didn't do a damn thing. Oh well. Hey, let's get back to it, guys. I think I'm gonna use the Utyug brown Utyug. I don't even know how to say this thing. I'm just trying to make fucking words up, I guess. I'm gonna use this brown. Screw it. You just need a little bit. You don't even need to squeeze the bottle. All you gotta do is just there's a little bubble right there. Bam. That's it. That's all you need. Just a little one dab will do ya. Put that there. Put all my skin tones in order so I know what's what. Oh, there we go. Boom. Push that back. I still got a little bit of flow improver right here. I'm gonna take a little bit, put it right down there. Grab a little bit of that brown. Get a little bit more flow improver in there. Boom, look at that. That's how you want it. You want it nice and thin like that. See how that, probably can't see with this camera. This camera sucks. But it's pretty thin. And that's how I want it. I want it to pretty much marry the other ones. Hey man, have a good night painting. May the schmucks be with you as well. Alright there, 2 schmucks. Have a good night, man. Thanks for joining and raiding my live stream. That's what I'm gonna call it, raiding. Like not raiding from like Mortal Kombat. Maybe, I don't know. Alright, let's get back to work. Have a good night, schmucks. So right here, I just want to marry this brown. That's my abbreviations for whatever the frig this brown is, and it's the D&D custom paint. So maybe if I don't, I'm just trying to get this so the camera can get a better shot of this mini. Why do they keep doing that? Come on now. But whatever. Alright. So I'm going to marry these 2 colors together. And I'm just barely going to lightly hit it. Just lightly. I want that like weird. Weird brown. Just barely touching it. Move my miniature around so I can actually get to where I need to be. Gonna get it right on his abs there, right on top. And I haven't changed my paintbrush yet. I'm still using the D&D starter paintbrush to do all this stuff. When I get to the edge highlighting and all that stuff, I will switch to an actual better paintbrush. Like this one, the tip's starting to curl because I don't have any conditioner for it. But whatever. Came with the set. So there, I just did a little bit there. I'm going to hit this finger, just whoop, real quick. A couple of knuckles. Get the top piece right here. Get his forearms here. Oh, let's get into the scale here. Just get into the screen, Tom. Keep it in the screen. There you go. Screw it. That'll work. There we go. There we go. So now we're going to get his forearm. Just a little bit. You don't want to cover up any of that other work that we just did. Just kind of highlighting little spots here and there. Just to give it another tone. Because this guy is supposed to be like a demon, so I don't know if I want to do a red wash over him or actual skin wash. I don't know until I get to that point. I usually like think about it halfway through the painting. I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna go with this, or I'm gonna go with that color. Like I did a video on glowing effects for a couple of vampires that were for the Magic the Gathering board game, the expansion one. And that's what I did. I was just like, alright, I'm going to take this and I'm just going to use purple and blue. That's it. Just purple and blue. That's all I had in my head. Purple and blue. Plus, it was the only new washes that I had at the time, so I wanted to test them out. So, alright, let's get back to it with this Oot Brown, or Ott Brown, Ott Yog, Ott Ya. I could never pronounce that. That's the only thing about D&D and their miniatures. They got some crazy names. Yeah, we're just putting some more of that in there. Highlighting his little traps there. His back muscles. Trying to get the highest point here and just barely working it in. Getting his shoulder, that's all messed up because of the hot glue. What the hell was I thinking? Obviously I wasn't. Just wanted to put it together. An amateur move right there. On my part, I'm not gonna lie, very amateur part. Alright, so gonna hit that. Now we're gonna hit his hand and we're just gonna go whoop. Oh, actually, let's get some paint up on there. Now we're gonna go whoop, whoop. Another one down the line, right here. Whoop. Oh, come on now. Oh, I don't know if my visor is getting in the way or not. And I just got a little bit more flow improver in there so I can feather these in a little bit better now. Oh, now I gotta get his forearm right here too. Make sure your paint's nice and thin. Make sure that it blends really well with all those other colors that you just put together. You want to marry them together so it actually pops. And hopefully I have some pictures coming up here in a little bit. Try to marry these in. Get some in there. I think his back needs a little bit more right here. So we're going to feather it in just a little bit. Boom. And the stuff that I just painted on before will stay there. And then the stuff that I'm doing now, I'm kind of like blending it in pretty much now. Some people do it the other way. They like do really thin glazes. And right now I'm doing the same method, but I'm I added like some highlights. Now I'm glazing it in. Add a little bit more highlights. Glaze that in a little bit more. And it's just feathering it in. Boom. Oh, gotta get his forearm here. There. Oh, gotta get his hand. Boom. I wish this camera worked a lot better. There, maybe if I scoot it over. Let's get to the face shot. Yeah, let's see if you can actually see how I'm doing here. Can't really see all that well. Can't really see all that well, which I apologize. Yeah, we're back at it. Money shot again. See, look at that. You can't really see, can't really tell through this camera right here. This camera sucks. I'm pointing right at you. Yeah, you. Um, yeah, this camera sucks. But you can see somewhat of the build up that I'm going with right now. And what you want to do is like with any color that you paint, like say that you want, oh crap, say that you want to do like what I'm doing, skin, you know, if you take pictures of people or if you actually like look at people's paintings of like faces or anything, it's not just one color. Well, I mean, there are paintings like that, but there's a lot more colors to your skin tone, and that's what I'm trying to work with right here. I'm trying to do this and build up, yeah, like a natural skin tone, and with the shades and all that, without having to do like heavy washes on it. But I think I'm doing all right so far. I think it's looking pretty good. Wish this camera had actually show it really good, but I mean, for what it is, it's coming out. You're getting the color from the monitor, so it's giving it more of a blue hue. But you see, like, I did the muscles on his back, did his chest, did some of his abs, his bicep, his forearms, his hands, obviously. Oh crap! You know something? Too busy talking with you guys, I totally missed. I totally missed his neck. So now I'm gonna go back. Let's clean off a brush here. What the heck? Now we're gonna go back to this um, Rudy pink here, or Rudy skin. There we go. It's nice and already still thin. I'm just making sure that it's activated, not crusty. Now we're gonna push it right in there. Try not to get it on the armor that I just worked on, like I said before. This guy has a cool face, actually. He has like a some kind of like claw on his face. It's kind of cool. Eventually, I'm gonna paint that red. There, we're gonna do that. There, move our mini or our figure or whatever you're doing. Move it so you can manipulate your paintbrush. Try to get into those hard to reach areas. Damn, I just blocked out the light. And just work it. Let it dry a little bit. Go to a different spot. And right here is going to be a difficult spot right inside here. Right inside there. It's going to be difficult. Can't really see because of this camera. I don't care if I get it on this this pole here, because as you can see, I haven't painted it yet. It's blacked out. Making sure that every piece that it changes color or contrast gets a black wash or black base over it, so I have a clean slate. So I think that's looking pretty good. I'm not even I was gonna rinse off my paintbrush, but I'm not going to. What the hell? Why is that? It's like one light works better than the other. Or something. I don't know. We're gonna figure this out here. Try not to have it so you get a whole bunch of freaking whiteness to it. Yeah, it's a little bit better. But yeah, that's pretty much our workup right there. Now I'm going to go back to this Flumph pink. A little bit of flow improver for the Flumph. Thin that right back out. See how thin that is. Yeah, that works pretty good. Now we're going to go back in here. I can't get to it, so I'm going to hold my mini like this. I'm just going to highlight where I think the light would hit his collarbone and his neck. And we're just going to let that ride right there like that. I'm not even going to do the other side because, actually, I will. Just a little bit right on his trap right there. Boom. Just a little puddle. Just a little puddle. Alright. Now I'm going to kind of... Oh, crap. Oh, that was stupid of me. I forgot that I had silver on my wet palette, and I just ran my paintbrush through it. Now, I don't want that shit. So now let's go back with that oot brown. So I'm going to call it oot or aught. Oot or aught, either or. Now I'm going to go back into his neck. Do the same thing, but this time I'm just going to put in a little dot. Boop. Just a little dot here, a little dot there, and another little dot back here. Boom. Those are the starting of my highlight. So now I am going to clean this off. I'm going to go right to my goblin skin. And well, some crust in this. You don't want that in our paint. Just a little dab right there. Didn't even squeeze it. And this is our goblin skin. And I'm gonna go with my 10-aught. If you don't know what that is, it's 10 over 0. I think that's how you say it. It's this paintbrush right here. 10 over 0. This one right here. 10 over 0. Yep. I'm gonna take a little bit of this, A little bit of that flow improver. Basically what I'm doing is I'm thinning down all my paints, so they're all like glazes. But with this highlight, I want it to be a subtle highlight. So I want it to blend in really well. Alright, so now we got that. Now let's go back to his nipples. And we're just going to hit his nipples, the top pieces of his nipples. Yep, and a little bit right here. A little bit right on his stomach. A little bit right there on his abs. I don't know if that's an ab or... I think that's an ab. Oh, we'll paint it. Here's this like gnarly ab that's sticking right out. Like this guy does some fucking major crunches right here. Major crunch, dude. So I want a name for this dude right here. What would you call this guy? And you can't see him, but he's kind of like a crabby looking kind of dude. Should I call him like Mr. Krabs? Give me something funny. Give me something funny to call this guy. And now we're gonna wash in a little line right there on his forearm. Blend it in a little bit. Grab a little bit more of that goblin skin. And hit his hand. Top of the knuckle. Top of the fingers that are curled up. And just a little bit, like an edge highlighting on the hands. I wish this camera was a lot better, seriously, because this mini is starting to look pretty cool. It's starting to come together. It's definitely starting to come together. Alright. So we're going to hit his forearm again. Boom. Put it right there. Right on his wrist a little bit. Still his forearm, but... And just being real subtle with these highlights. You don't want them to be like one tone and then a highlight. Make sure we get all these fingers. Oh, I missed a finger. So now I'm going to go back. I'm not even going to clean my brush on this one, just because it's a thumb. Just whoop. Get inside there. Get his thumb. And I might have to go back over his hand after I do the actual pole arm, I'm going to call it. I think that's what it is, a pole arm. But when I do the pole itself, I'm probably going to have to do a paint job on the hand again, so I'm not too worried about that. Right now, I'm just trying to get some nice, clean highlights on this one. On this dude, so he looks popping. Just a little bit on his lats. I think they're called lats. I just did a little bit right there where I think the light would shine through, but you can't tell on this camera because it sucks. I will upgrade. Just hang in there with me, guys. I will upgrade. So I want to know what everybody's working on. Let me know in the comments down below or in the chat. We're gonna hit this little tentacle face here, just so it has a little bit more definition of what it is. Yeah, I'll even put a little bit of yellow in there too, just to yellow it up. Why not? We're doing some art. Let's do some art. Let's explore with some colors here. Let's yellow up that skin. Because afterwards, I'm going to put a little red. And then some other stuff to it. But I want you guys to be able to see what's on his face when I do a close-up. Like, you can kind of see it. Okay, let's go to a different shot. Let's go to this one right here. Can you see that? I hope you can see that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And he only has one on that side, so that works. Alright, and now for the final touch, we're going to use the good old Fair-Skin. Oh, let's get back to the money shot. Now we're going to get back to the Fair-Skin, which is Corpse Pale. Or, yeah, Corpse Pale. Make sure I don't get that. And we're just going to bump. That was a little too much than I really wanted, so I'm not going to use that much. And with this, I am not... Should I thin it out? I think I'm going to thin it out. That's the scheme, is thinning it out. Alright, so now we hit some more highlights here. Just remember that you're trying not to cover up the work that you just did. It's a little too much paint on my brush here. You're just trying to make it pop out just a little bit more. Just so you have some subtle highlights, shades, and all that stuff. For right now, it looks like shit. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, it looks like shit. But until I get my wash done to it, it's gonna look like shit. Yeah. Boom, give it a little bit more contrast to it, to his muscles, make him pop a little bit more. This guy's got some major veinage on his arms. Oh yeah, this part right here is gonna be tricky. I'm really sorry for the camera guys. But, oh well. Work with what you got, right? Real subtle. I'm going to take a little bit off that. Now I'm going to feather it in. Just on his forearm, just because his forearm, oh shit. That was a crappy paint job, Tom. What the hell's wrong with me? I know better than this. What the hell's wrong with me? I think it's because I'm tired. Got 3 kids. Whew. Love my kids. But man, they definitely wear you out. I'm not gonna lie. So anybody that's out there that wants kids, just think about it. Seriously, think about it. Don't get me wrong. I love my kids. They're great. Like, they're special, not like how people say their kids are special. But yeah. But there. I'm gonna highlight his fingers here. Boom. I'm gonna do his hand. And then we're pretty much done with this. So there we are, guys. Here it is. I know this camera sucks. I'm sorry. So I won't focus. Oh, I forgot to do some of his back muscles here. My bad. See that? What the hell's wrong with me? Just subtle. Let's get some subtleness to it. Just a little dot here, little dot here, little dot right here, another dot right there, another one right there. Just, I'm pretty much trying to keep the muscle definition. So like right here, I'm actually like doing a triangle effect on top of it, so it looks like the light's hitting it. I'm gonna hit it right there, hit some right there, why not? Right there. Boom. Yeah, there it is, guys. And there it is. This freaking, these cameras suck. Oh well. I'll be uploading a video how I built up to this point, and that's it. Well, for today, that's all I'm gonna do. Thanks for you guys joining us. Well, joining me, joining us. Thanks for joining me in this adventure on Let's Do Some Art. And appreciate it. We did some pretty good work up here. I wish I had a better camera so you guys could actually see it a lot better. And yeah, I think we're doing pretty good so far. So until next time, I'll show you more. Ciao.